Alright, this is I do, you do. This is area of compound or irregular figures, compound shapes. I use these three kind of rules or steps to do these problems in my class with students. Cut it into shapes you know, find the missing links you need, use your L's and T's. So I'm just going to talk about this shape that I have down here. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-sided figure. It's an octagon, but it's not what we think of as like a regular octagon, like a stop sign. So there is no formula for how to find the area of this octagon, because it could look like like I said, it could look like a stop sign, or it could look like this shape. So we're going to take those three steps. Now, in case you do not know your formulas, I put them up here, but these are the ones, this is the one that most people forget, is how to do a trapezoid. You do the average of the bases times the height, or you add the two bases, take it times half of the height. Notice we won't have to worry about that one on this one. Normally what I would suggest is you always cut these things with right angles, perpendicular, parallel cuts, those kinds of things. So I'm either going to cut them all vertical or horizontal here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of these vertical. So that makes it into 3 rectangles. Now, find the missing links that you need. That's an important one, and so we're going to go do that real quickly. I'm going to do that for all of these unknowns just to make sure we have it. So I highlighted these. The red numbers are all vertical measurements going up and down. You can use those to find other vertical measurements. So like, for example, I know I don't have this one right here, so I need to go find it. So if it's 18 all the way, this is 4 of the 18, this is 8 of the 18, that means I have 12 of the 18 showing, so that one has to, I would take 18 minus that 12 to get that this is a 6. Okay, so I'm going to do that same thing going vertically. This distance in blue is 15. This is 2 of the 15. This is another 9 of the 15, so that's 11 of the 15. So I take 15 minus 11, and this distance must be 4. So this was a 4, and this was a 6, so now I have all those measurements. I need to recut it, though. Now I'm going to make sure I use the L's and T's, so to do that, I want to trace them. I try to talk my students into tracing the L's and T's they're using to make sure they're using the right number, because like if I go over to this rectangle over here, it's got a number of numbers on it, but I need one that goes all the way across and all the way up and down, so I'm choosing 4 and 18. I don't want to use 6. 6 doesn't go all the way. So I'm taking 4 times 18, which is 72, and I like to write it inside that piece. That rectangle has an area of 72. This one, the middle one, I need to take 9, not 15, because 15 goes too far. And then I need this green distance, which I actually don't have, so I have to go re-find it. This is 8. This is 4, so that's 8 plus 4, which is 12. Now I take 9 times 12 and get 108. Now I go to this other one, I take 2 times 4 and I get 8, and I have my 3 that I can add up to get it. So 8 plus 72 is 80, plus 108 is 188 units squared. So I cut it into shapes that I knew, I found the missing links that I needed, and I used my L's and T's. I showed you L's and T's, and I said T's because sometimes if you have a triangle or something, it might come in the form of a T. In fact, in a trapezoid, it might even come in the form of like an H, but usually L's and T's because they have right angles. I'm going to do one that has a trapezoid on it just because that's where kids struggle a lot. Here's your formula over here for trapezoid. I'm going to do it a little bit differently also. I'm going to go ahead and extend this one. I'm going to find this big trapezoid, and then I'm going to find this little rectangle and subtract it. So I see that this rectangle is 8 times 5. Well, that's 40, but I'm going to go ahead and put it over here with a negative because we need to subtract 40 from the area of the big one that we find. So let's find the area of that trapezoid. To find the area of that trapezoid, we need to find the bases, which are the parallel sides. So I have 28, and I have this up here, which is a 7 plus an 8, which is 15. I want to find the average of those bases, so I add them together, and then I divide by 2. So I'm taking 15 plus 28, and then I'm dividing that by 2. 15 plus 28, of course, is 43. Divide that by 2, and you get 21.5. So 21.5 is what I consider the average of the bases. That's this part of this formula. And then I need to take it times the height. Well, is the height 20? Is the height 11? No, actually it's neither one. Well, it can't be 20 because 20 is not at a right angle. 11 looks good, but 11 really only goes up to here, so I need to take 11 plus 5, and the height is 16. So I'll be taking this times 16. When I do that, it gets me an answer of 344. Then I need to remember I need to subtract 40 from it to to get my answer of 304 units squared. 304 units squared. All right, final one. What do we have here? Well, I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to take 3 times 21, which is 63. I'm going to take 5 times 6, which is 30. And I need to find the area of a half circle. I don't want the diameter, I want the radius. The radius, of course, is half of 6, which is 3, because if it's 6 all the way across, it's 3 halfway across. Then I'm applying my formula, of course, which is over here. Area equals radius squared pi. So 9, that's 3 squared, by the way, times 3.14 is 28.26. Divide by 2, and you get an area of 14.13. Then you can add together your 14.13 and your 30 and your 63 to get a grand total of 107.13 units squared. And if you were doing something like perimeter / circumference on this one, then of course you would have to go back and find some of the missing numbers that you can see that this is 3, so this is still 3 over here. You're missing this one, so you would have to take this 21 minus this 6 minus this 6. So if I take 12 away from 21, I get 9. That distance is 9. On this one, I'd have to find half of the circumference of a circle. So I'd find the circumference and then divide it by 2. Of course, 6 times pi would get you the whole thing. So 3 times pi would get you half of it. That's 9.42. Then one suggestion I make is that you mark a corner where you start adding up. So you might take 6 plus 5 is 11, 20.42, 25.42, 34.52, 37.52, 58.52, and then 61.52 units around. I just noticed that I put a 5.2 in there instead of a 4.2. Not sure exactly why that was.